Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 of putting your equipment away properly. Organized way of doing things. So we're going to jump right into it. Hopefully this doesn't take way crazy long. It probably will because I have a lot of tractors and implements that I just bought. So it probably will take a little longer to load. But like I said, it's my way of putting things away. You could put them away a little bit different, I don't really care. It's just a general idea of how I would buy and put stuff away. Might not be an effective tutorial for you guys, but I'm putting it up here just in case there's some newcomers or anything like that. Still waiting for some load. Hopefully it's done soon. As you might know, it doesn't take as long to load the game if there's not a lot of tractors or equipment. It's just got less files to load and kind of stuff like that. Still loading. And as I said, this is part 2 of the video, so if you didn't see part 1, the link will be in the description. For part 1, yeah, we're gonna go right over here. The Linder tractor, once again, is a pretty decent tractor. It's just like the Lamborghini. This tractor I kind of love in this game because it's got the perfect amount of power and the perfect amount of weight capacity and pick up pretty much every implement you would need it to pick up. Do it at a decent speed, like you see it's going like, it'll get up to like 23 miles an hour on average, 24 maybe. Now when you're pulling a load of grain, it'll get around 22 maybe. Doesn't go down that much, but a little bit if you got grain and heavy loads or anything like that. So we're driving it over to our farm. I recommend to use this tractor for bigger equipment like cultivators or even the big grain trailer that you might have. Let's get our cultivators here. Now I would put equipment away pretty organized, both cultivators next to each other just so it's easy accessibility. So we'll just put these right back here. Sometimes I hear that song and I'll start to sing along and think, man, I'd love to see that girl again. Get the other cultivators like right next to each other. Once again, for easy accessibility. Another thing they did in this game that I really like is they put backlights on pretty much all the vehicles. Helps seeing your implements when you're trying to back them up at night, stuff like that. When you're plowing fields, even when at night you want to see if it's making the correct line, it's not skipping or it's not missing a line. Makes a lot of the game easier. So now we'll get the potato planter, which will put all the planters, even if they're not the same kind of planters, next to each other, probably right next to the cultivator and the next base slot over. This one takes up a lot of room because it's not foldable, but it's a potato planter. It's not really a regular seeder. It's still a seeder, but it's not a normal seeder that you're probably using for 2011, if you played 2011. Back this right up in here like this. I'm gonna put this in the back here. Now the trailer with the dolly can just go, I wouldn't put it in a bay unless maybe if you want it to be like careful with your corn or your wheat or Harley, but it doesn't much make a difference because it's not like rain is affecting it. So you attach that. I'd pull it over to any, well, probably this big barn is where I'm pulling it over to because it has a lot of room, easy accessibility to the barn, and you can just get it from pretty much everywhere and you don't have a lot of stuff in it. So we'll disconnect this and we'll disconnect this, but you can hit G and change the trailer, and you could disconnect the thing together instead of pulling them both apart. Next, for the trailers, I would put these trailers in the same spot as I put the other trailers. Once again, organizing. It's a little tricky to back these trailers up just because got the second axle in the front. So it's basically complete opposite of like the other trailers. Like, I have a little bit of a problem with this, but most of the time I try to like straighten it first. Like if you're crooked when you start, it's probably going to go that way. But if you straighten it like this, try to back it up pretty slowly. The slower the better. It's just a little difficult to do this. Straighten it once again. Like, even if your trailer is like crooked a little bit, it will affect the whole backing up process with this thing. So it's very sensitive to backing up. Let's try to get this thing connected. Normally I don't have this much problem backing these trailers up, but they are very sensitive to movement. And you gotta kind of know exactly which way to go at the right time. They will mess you up. Wow, I'm having big problems with these trailers. I might just do one at a time because for the sake of time, I don't want to waste all the time on the video trying to back up the trailers. So we'll just put these ones in here like so. And you get a little bit of room, then a good way to bring your tractor in and hook up to your trailers. Like I said, these trailers aren't real big, but they're kind of convenient because any tractor will pull them. Basically, I was using the very crappy old tractor like you might have saw in the proper way to start your farm video. Out in the sticks with the squirrels and the ticks and my 30-06. Now it's daytime, I can turn the lights off. Now what I would do with these two big like planters, I would put them in the same bay also, because once again, keeping everything organized is key. Because some people may even leave some equipment at certain fields and then forget where it is. But it is convenient that they put this map in this game. But they may forget where to put it, and if you ever always bring your equipment back to the same place you got it from, which is probably your home farm, it will be a lot easier on finding it and accessing it when you need it. Put all of the equipment in the same bays if they're the same kind of equipment. If you run out of room, just start a new bay, or even if you want to put it in front of certain things. So I know I told you not to do that, but if you put it in front of things that you're probably not going to use, like I probably won't use the potato harvester or seeder for a while. I'll put that in front, because I'll probably use that more. I'm not a big fan of potatoes in this game because they take a lot of time to harvest them. Not as much as if you have the Tectron or the Maxtron or whatever it is. But even then it takes a while. Put that right next to the manure thing. Probably, actually. Yeah, it might be right there. I'm not 100% sure about where certain things are in this game, because it's a relatively new game. I don't really explored it a lot. But shall find them soon, because I would like to be more accurate with my knowledge of the map. Another sprayer. Put the sprayers and fertilizers right next to each other. Cactus up against the barn. I prefer to put my weights to my tractors up against the side of a barn, so it's not hardly accessible to get to if they're in a bag. Looks like I got a little bees now. Put these in this bag. Yeah, it's the Maxtron. Wait for the preheat light to go out. Back straight into the base. Get the Tectron in there. Pottinger on sale. Pottinger makes a lot of grass products,